So I've got a problem. It's an ISA problem. With the ISA season coming up, I need to decide where I want to put my ISA for the next tax year. For the past 2 years and for every single ISA that I've ever had, I have had it with free trade. Now there's nothing wrong with free trade, although it could be a lot better. I want to put my next ISA contributions into another pot. The two contenders I'm currently debating are Trading212 and InvestEngine. Now these platforms are very different in what they offer, and in this video I'm going to break down the reasons why I might consider Trading212 or InvestEngine for my next year's ISA. As I mentioned, the ISA season is coming, and the ISA is probably the most important account for any sort of investor within the UK. So even in America you have the Roth IRA, but in the UK you have what you call a stocks and shares ISA. In it you can deposit up to £20,000 per tax year. This may be subject to change. This limit might go down and up. Nobody knows right now, but everything within a stocks and shares ISA is not liable for tax, meaning that no matter how much dividends you gain or how much capital appreciation or capital growth you have, you do not have to pay a single penny in tax for the rest of your life. Now, in order to max out your stocks and shares ISA contributions per year, you're looking at putting away around £1,670 per calendar month. This is a huge contribution for most of the people in the UK, and it's a very big task. As you can only contribute to a single stocks and shares ISA per tax year, it makes it very important to choose the right ISA. If you would like to sign up to any of these mentioned platforms, use the link in the description down below for the latest links, and by clicking on some of these links you might get a free share. One of the first and most important considerations when opening an ISA or any sort of general account with any sort of broker, for me the most important thing is that my money is safe and that my audience only signs up to reputable and trustable online brokers. For this reason, the absolute minimum is that the investment platform is FCA regulated. So within the UK, all big institutions, banking systems and investment brokers have to be FCA regulated, which is a very stringent and strict authority which looks through all the financials and makes sure that the assets and money that these platforms have are separate from the accounts held by the companies, meaning that things that happened in America with FTX doesn't really happen here. On top of FCA regulation, it is very important that these brokers, in my opinion, are FSCS regulated. So in the UK, the Financial Services Compensation Scheme is backed by the government, meaning that your funds are most likely going to be safe. So the best way to find out about these platforms are to go on their own websites. So I'm going to go through their websites, talk about their key information points and how that could relate to the perfect ISA for you for the next tax year and how it will relate to me and my specific needs. So Trading212 is first and foremost a commission-free investing platform. This means that when you place a trade, for example, if you buy one share of VUSA, Vanguard USA, there is no actual commission for placing that trade. However, there will definitely be some other small fees somewhere down the line, but it's a very good start that it's commission-free, because on top of paying all these other fees that you must pay, you're not paying pesky commission that racks up each time you place a trade. And other brokers such as Hargreaves Lansdown, for example, they charge a lot of fees, meaning that you could be paying hundreds to thousands of pounds per year if you place a lot of trades. So another thing that I must say about Trading212 is that they have a very nice mobile app. They have both a desktop version and a mobile version, and their mobile version is very easy to use. They also have over 20,000 reviews on Trustpilot with an average of 4.6 stars, which is actually really good. They currently hold over £3 billion in assets and are one of Europe's biggest investment online platforms. Another advantage of Trading212 is the fact that you can buy stocks instantly, and I know from experience how fast the actual execution is of these stocks, and this provides a huge advantage for Trading212. But as I'm going to discuss later on, it is also potentially a disadvantage for new beginners such as yourself possibly. Trading212 offers a huge list of companies that you can invest in, going from anything like Tesla to Porsche to almost anything that you can think of. They have multiple different stock exchanges, for example the Belgian Stock Exchange, the Nasdaq, the New York Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange. So basically, in terms of comparing Trading212 with InvestEngine, they definitely offer a whole lot more options when it comes to investing, but I don't think that is necessarily a huge advantage for beginners. So if you've watched some of my videos before, you would know that I don't ever recommend picking individual stocks, and Trading212 kind of makes it a bit too easy to pick individual stocks. As a beginner, you might be swayed into actually picking individual stocks, and that could potentially be bad for you, because the downsides of picking individual stocks are the fact that a single company may go to zero, you might lose all your money. However, if you diversify or put your money into ETFs, which are exchange traded funds, you are more likely to have safer investments over the long-term horizon. However, with everything, it's a catch-22. The companies that have higher risk also have higher reward, meaning that if a company goes up by 200%, you're going to be making twice your money compared to something like an ETF, which might only go up 10%. Trading212 furthermore has very good features such as their pies and Autoinvest features. So what I really like about Trading212 is that you can build a pie. So like I said, you can have things like ETFs, which are a collection of stocks. However, with Trading212, you can actually create your own pie, building it with as many companies as you want, and essentially you create your own ETF with very low costs. That way you get diversification. That way you can actually even online check other people's pies and copy this pie. It is a pro, it is a con. Personally, for me, I won't actually be using these pie features because I invest more heavily into ETFs, which are already diversified and they track a certain market with very low costs. Another great thing about Trading212 is that they have fractional shares. So most stocks, if not all, you can invest with as little as £1. For example, Tesla could have a stock value of around $500. However, you can even buy £1 worth, which will be a very small fraction of that total share, because instead of having to only buy full shares and waiting to accumulate $500, you can just pay £1. All your spare change, you can actually start investing it and realize the power of compound interest and seeing those dividends come in, seeing that growth on your small amount of money. It just motivates you as a beginner investor to keep going and going. So as I said, Trading212 and InvestEngine are both FCA regulated and they are both FSCS protected. This is not necessarily a feature of these investing platforms. This is more of a safety and assurance that your money is well kept. Now, speaking of ISAs in general, Trading212 offers a free ISA. So like I said, my last 2 years was in free trade and I actually had to pay a monthly amount to have your ISA. I paid for Free Trade Plus, which was £9.99 per month, which is £120 a year, so it's quite a lot. It does offer many extra features. The ISA alone is only around £2.99, but with Free Trade Plus you get the free ISA and you get access to many different stocks and advanced features such as limit buys and sells, which is actually free on Trading212. So I don't think necessarily free trade is the best platform to have your ISA on because they charge such a large amount. That being said, I still do pay for Free Trade Plus. I personally like the fact that I have ISAs in different places. So maybe in my free trade account, for example, I have the ability to still use these advanced features such as stop losses, such as limit orders, and still make money in my own way there and have a separate account somewhere else, maybe in Trading212 or InvestEngine. So as we know, these ISAs are tax free and having a free to access ISA is an amazing thing. So one disadvantage that I would say about Trading212 for beginners is the fact that they have this account here, which is the CFD account. Now, if you don't know what CFD is, it means contract for difference, and it's essentially trading securities and equities with leverage. Now, this is something that as a beginner you should steer clear of because you can end up losing more money than you put in CFD trading because it uses leverage, which means that if you have a 2x leverage, you can gain twice the amount when it goes up, but you lose twice the amount when it goes down, meaning that you can lose double your money. So I definitely will stay clear of CFD trading. I would only invest with the Trading212 Invest, which is a general account, and then the Trading212 ISA. So it's very important to understand the fees that these investment platforms hold. So if we go into the extras, we can see the Trading212 fees broken down. So currently there is no deposit fee from actually transferring money from your bank to your brokerage, which is very good. However, if you use credit cards after your first £2,000, you'll be subjected to a 0.7% fee, which is immense. You should never ever try to pay with a credit card. Instead, do the free methods. Always do the free method. These platforms are pretty safe with your money, so you'll be having a safe transaction. And I will always do bank transfers or instant bank transfers. So extra fees are in the currency conversion charge. So Trading212 charges 0.15% when you are buying shares, for example, from a different stock exchange in a different country. For example, most American stocks, you'll be paying a 0.15% foreign exchange fee. Now, this is a lot lower than free trade and what I'm used to. I used to pay 0.45% for free trade. So this is 3 times less. In my first year on free trade, I actually paid over £800 in foreign exchange fees. So that is something to take into consideration. It might seem small trade to trade, but it really, really does rack up. On top of these fees, every time you do buy and sell a share, there will be something called a spot rate, which Trading212 will kind of take out of your money. It is not something to worry about. This is a very small amount, and I can't actually find the details on the website on how much this exactly is. If it's not on the website, most likely this is more of a dynamic process, but I wouldn't worry personally about this very, very small spot rate. What you do see is what you get. When you buy a stock and it's £5, it's going to be £5. When you sell it for £5.10, for example, it's going to be £5.10. The money they do take out is going to be in between that, and so you're not actually seeing the loss. So far, Trading212 looks like an excellent platform for an ISA, but I really seriously am considering InvestEngine because it is very opposite to Trading212, but as a beginner platform, I really do think it could be better. InvestEngine is the ETF investment platform. So unlike Trading212, InvestEngine only allows you to purchase into ETFs. Now ETFs, if you haven't seen, I have many videos on that, but ETFs are exchange traded funds. For example, the most common is probably the S&P 500, is a collection of the 500 or so top companies in the US by market cap. And what that gives you is diversification of all these companies and also some exposure to international markets too. So I personally think if you invest in one good ETF, that's all that you have to invest in. That's why I think InvestEngine could possibly be the best platform for me and possibly for you too. So just like Trading212, InvestEngine is also commission free. Since they've come out, they've constantly upgraded their website and the app, and recently they've actually changed the logo too. So the main attraction, apart from the fact that it's ETFs only, is that InvestEngine charges incredibly low fees. So we can actually go into the full cost details if we press here. So InvestEngine does not charge setup fees, it does not charge any withdrawal fees, it doesn't charge any dealing fees, and it doesn't charge any ISA fees, meaning the ISA is free too. However, just like Trading212, spreads will apply, but that's not going to be shown on the website because again, it might be a dynamic process. And on top of that, what you see is what you get with InvestEngine too. Here is a good breakdown of InvestEngine compared to other providers. So this comparison is based on an initial deposit of £10,000 with an annual growth of around 5%. So compared to free trade, you would have to pay an ISA fee of £4.99. So that has actually gone up from £2.99 that I can remember. So £4.99 per month for an ISA, in my opinion, is probably too much for any sort of beginner investor. For me, because I tried to deposit the maximum £20,000, the £4.99 a month wasn't too much for me. But I know most people might not be able to contribute £20,000 a month. And even if they contribute something like £600 over the year, £4.99 could be a huge percentage of that initial amount. So compared to free trade, which is one of the lower cost investment platforms out there, overall in terms of extra fees and stuff, you'll be paying £599 extra in those 10 years. And like I said, other companies such as Interactive Investor, you're paying £10 a month for the ISA, you're paying £5.99 per trade. So if you make lots of trades, or even if you make one a week or one a month, you can end up paying thousands of pounds in fees, which is something you definitely want to avoid, especially as a beginner investor. And then of course the other two, AJ Bell and Hargreaves Lansdown, are not even comparable in terms of their fees. With Hargreaves Lansdown, you're paying 0.45% of the total assets you hold per year. You're paying £12 per trade, and of course even with just £10,000, you'll end up paying thousands of pounds in fees. So imagine your portfolio was £1 million, you're paying over £10,000 just in fees. It really isn't worth it. Now I know Trading212 isn't on this list. This is because Trading212 is incredibly competitive with InvestEngine, meaning that the differences aren't going to be within the fees, so they're going to be in how the investment platform works. So that is where I'm going to go into the comparison for this video. And the main obvious thing is the fact that InvestEngine is ETF focused, whilst Trading212 is more kind of focused to individual stocks with the ability to still buy lots of ETFs. So InvestEngine offers over 500 ETFs, which is a lot more ETFs than I ever thought existed. But here you can see over 550 ETFs from nearly all the providers that you can find. So for example, IUSA, iShares, S&P 500. The most common one is VUSA, so of course they'll have the VUSA too. And what I like is that the total expense ratio is clearly shown here, and it clearly shows that this is a distributing fund, which means that you will receive dividends instead of it being automatically reinvested by the fund. So the total expense ratio is basically how much the fund costs to run and maintain by the fund providers. This is an unavoidable cost. For example, Vanguard, who manages this, even though this is a passive index, it still requires some money to run, and Vanguard takes this money. Even if you buy the stocks directly from Vanguard, you're still paying this fee plus their management fees on top of that. So actually InvestEngine is cheaper than Vanguard itself. So there is a huge range of ETFs that you can choose. I'm not going to go through all of them, but there's pretty much everything that you can find, making InvestEngine probably the best UK-based provider for ETFs. So why exactly am I considering two very different investment platforms? So if I open my Trading212 account, you can see that Trading212 has a very nice interface, very easy to use. However, for beginners, it has, in my opinion, too many options with the ability to do too much. For example, if I go into a random stock, you can see that there is a lot of interface going on. There is a graph here, but if I press this, the graph changes, and then there's so many different legends and options, and there's so much information. It's very cluttered, in my opinion. There's so much going on that it kind of encourages beginners maybe to kind of press things. Maybe if they want to sell stuff, they want to go into all these options. As a beginner investor, as someone who doesn't know too much about investing, the main thing that you do want from investing is money. You want returns, and you might be persuaded to try some of these options in order to kind of gain more money, in order to try to time the market with all these candlesticks all these graphs, you know, trying to do all these things and looking like Mr. Wolf of Wall Street himself. I think it encourages risky behavior, in my opinion, because you're buying and selling stuff. That is probably one of the main reasons why I wouldn't recommend having an ISA with them. Maybe try a general investment account with them and see how it goes. That being said, in my opinion, I am more of a manual investor. I don't really care about automatic setups and automatic payments. I actually genuinely do want to buy my own stocks at my own time. Even then, I prefer free trade. So this is actually my free trade account, and I actually much prefer free trade to Trading212 for buying and selling stocks. This is because it is so much simpler. Look how simple it is. You just get one graph, you can change the axis for the date. If you really want to, you can dig into the company's financials and stuff, but the interface is just so much more fluid. Even though I'm paying more in fees for free trade, for some reason my brain just wants to buy it from free trade instead of Trading212. I feel like their limit buys and everything is just so much simpler than Trading212's. I feel like it is more powerful, and I feel like it works better than Trading212, for example, because Trading212 has too many options. In free trade, for example, you have limit order and stop loss basic order. It's very simple. You put in the amount you want. When you press review order, what you get is what you see. I've tried trading with Trading212 here and there, but for some reason, even when I try to sell, there's just too many options to sell. I think for a beginner, it's just too difficult. Now I'm torn kind of between having the option of doing all this or going straight into InvestEngine, which makes it super simple. So this literally is InvestEngine. It's just so easy to use, so simple for a beginner. If you want to create a new portfolio, it comes up as a card here, so you just press add new portfolio, create DIY portfolio, go into general account or ISA for that matter, and you can just pick your ETFs, whatever you want. All you do is add portfolio and review, and it's literally done. It's so simple. You can choose as many ETFs as you want and mix and match them together. So for example, I've done this already. In this portfolio, I have the Vanguard USA and the FTSE Japan, and you can easily manage how much you want. So by default it was 80-20. However, if I want to override that and buy more FTSE Japan because I see it's at a price that I want, all I do is just buy and sell, and the money I have in my account I can buy, and I can buy fractional shares. One thing I didn't mention when comparing the fees is the foreign exchange fees. So InvestEngine doesn't actually charge any foreign exchange fees because it only deals with ETFs, and all these ETFs are denominated in pounds, meaning that there is no need for foreign exchange. This makes InvestEngine potentially the lowest cost investment provider there is, meaning that all you have to do is put your money into ETFs and consistently buy the ETF over and over again. So if I do make an ISA with InvestEngine, all I'm going to do is just buy a single ETF, which is the S&P 500. So I might actually buy either the VUSA or the GSPX. All I'm going to do is every month I'm going to try to invest around £2,000 or £1,700 and just put all the money into the S&P 500. And I personally don't think you can get much easier than InvestEngine. Very easy to do. You can actually even just set up Autoinvest and it will just take out the money from your account, or even bank transfer, and throughout the year it's just going to take out £1,700 or however much you have, even if it's £100 or £50 a month, and just invest it into that ETF. And then you just close the app and you relax. Everything is done for you. You come back when you need to and you'll see that your money is growing nicely, and if the markets do go down more, it will just keep buying at a better price. In 10 years you're going to look back and realize it couldn't have been easier. So I'm still going to be considering where I'm going to be putting my ISA. This is most likely going to be a last minute April the 5th decision. I think if the markets crash during April, I might just go with InvestEngine and just keep buying ETFs at a very good price. But if you subscribe, I'll keep you updated with a follow-up of my choice between InvestEngine and Trading212, and who knows, maybe a new contender will come out somewhere. All I know is that I'm not going to put it in free trade this year. If you like any of the platforms, feel free to check out the links in the description down below. They're going to be the latest links to each provider, and some of these might give you free stocks. Make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I will see you in the next video.